Yeah, hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This channel is dedicated to the trading of with expert advisors. So in this particular video, we'll be looking at what expert advisors are, how to trade with EAs, which is these expert advisors, the kind of equity you should have, the time frame to use, what kind of VPX you will require, and back testing them before deploying them, and also expert advisors that are developed for specific pairs, and also the volumes. We're looking at volumes. This has to do with people who may want to use expert advisors but do not have the required or recommended equity to use them. Okay, so we're going to be applying the use of volumes, right? So we'll look at all that. So if this is your first time of watching this channel, please, you can like and subscribe to this particular channel, because this channel will be dedicated to the use of expert advisors for trading the forex market. So stick around and enjoy this video. Hello, welcome to this channel. My name is Michael Ni Odatilamte. I trade forex and I've been doing this for the past 3.5 years. So I want to focus this video on the use of expert advisors for trading the forex market. I had to come to this point in time in my life where I believe that would be the best option for me, given the kind of job I do, where I'm mostly active on the job and may not have the time to be looking at charts, here and there and all kind of things. So I really realized that the use of expert advisors would be a better choice for me. But the reason for this video is specifically to outline some of the fundamental or basic information that is required, for using expert advisors, because believe me, if you do not have this fundamental understanding, you are likely to blow your accounts when you use them. Believe me, I've blown a lot of accounts, my account, when I started, because I realized, I could easily use the expert advisors, but it just didn't go well with me. And more so because I went on YouTube trying to find videos like these ones to explain thoroughly how best to use these expert advisors. Unfortunately, I didn't really get any specific video showing me the details of what I needed to do to be profitable using an expert advisor. What I found were people trying to make more money off me, offering some expert advisors that were not really okay for the trade and all kind of things. So I know a lot of people have been through what I have also gone through, and I told myself, no, let me try to help people who may be struggling with their trades and want to use expert advisors for trading. So this video actually goes to help those who will be interested in using expert advisors, for their trading journey, right? So before we delve into anything, I want to give a disclaimer that this video is actually intended for educational purposes, right? In that you could gain a lot of insight into the use of expert advisors, which actually will make you profitable in the long run, right? But you must follow the instructions and truly learn how best to use them, and in the conditions that must be met, before you use an expert advisor, the kind of equity you should have, the time frame that is best for your equity, the type of expert advisor you can also use. So there are a lot of information that you need to put together that will inform a better use of an expert advisor for trading profitably. So hang around, let's move on in this video so you can understand the nitty-gritty of the use of expert advisor for trading. Okay, so to begin with, let's look at what an expert advisor actually is. When we say expert advisor, it simply means an artificial intelligence, a bot, you know, or let me put it this way, an algorithm, meaning a program that has been developed. It's not just a program developed, but you see, let's say you have a strategy that is profitable, right? Means there's a way you approach the market, given certain conditions that the market, meets up to, then you take a trade, right, of that condition, and it's been very profitable for you. Now you can decide that you're gonna automate that system. You automate by developing an expert advisor. It's a program. You develop it to do just what you are doing manually. This way, it gives you a lot of time to do other things, and it takes you off the charts and gives you rest of mind, peace of mind, and you just make money. So this is basically what an expert advisor is. When you hear EA, expert advisor, or but the truth behind all this is this. You see, we have several types of expert advisors, and they are designed specifically to trade the market using some specific strategies that have been developed, by some of these, let me say, developers of expert advisors. So if you have a strategy that works, you could allays or engage a programmer to write that program to create that expert advisor using the strategy that you would you are using already. So basically this is just what it is. So but the thing is this: expert advisors require specific equity to be traded on. For example, there are expert advisors that would be able to trade something like a $500 account, right? So it means that for that expert advisor, if you were to put something like $250 or $300 in that account, while that expert advisor is attached to that account, and it must be a specific time frame, there's a likelihood that once the required equity or recommended equity is $500 and you have put 300, there's that likelihood that that account will not survive. It will blow. And also, once you are talking about equity, time frame is also very important. You get it? So let's just say that the lower the time frame, the more likely that you have more drawdown if the time frame is small. For example, some people may want to run an expert advisor on the 1 minute time frame. In my opinion, it's very wrong. You shouldn't do that, because that will kill you, bro. That account will be gone in a matter of some few hours, right? But it also depends on the equity you have. But you see, if you do not have the equity required for a specific expert advisor, then it's better you don't trade with that expert advisor. And when an expert advisor is produced or made, it is made with equity, which is a recommended equity and the recommended time frame to use that expert advisor. If you abuse any of these things, there's a likelihood that your account will blow. So these are some of the things you ought to know before using expert advisors for your trading, right? So one more thing that you need to know is that there are expert advisors that are designed to follow the trend, and there are some that are designed to and some are also designed to trade during a ranging period, right? In that period, you see that this particular expert advisor can trade just a short interval, scalping between, that range. And when there's a breakout, it doesn't matter where it breaks out to, whether to the top or down. This expert advisor is still able to trade and make profit off anything that happens in the market. So this is basically some of the features of these expert advisors. Let me also bring your mind to this. You see, to run an expert advisor, you need certain criteria. For example, you need a VPS. I'm talking about a virtual private server. It's not that you can't do this on your system in the house or a laptop in the house, but the issue is this: if you were to run a let me say, an expert advisor on a system in your house, and for example, the light went out, the system shut down, and then this algorithm is behind the scene trying, it's already attached to your account and you are trading with it. You see that at that time that the power outage occurred, it has disrupted this particular expert advisor, and as such it might not go well with your trade. You could also have a scenario where your internet goes down, and as such the expert advisor already is attached to your account and might stop trading, and might not be able to mitigate the market the way it does, or edge the market if it's meant to do that in any way, and that also will go against your trade. So ideally, when you want to use an expert advisor, it's important that you get yourself a VPS server to that effect. So you have to have a VPS server that is online, that you can always connect to using your laptop or your phone, so you can view what is happening at that level. These are some of the approach or the use of expert advisors for trading the forex market. Right. All right, so there's one small catch I want all of us to put our mind on. You see, the expert advisors, right? They are like soldiers. So when you are testing them, when you are back testing them, what you are actually doing is you are training them. So it's like when a recruit are brought to camp and they are trained soldiers. They are trained, and sometimes during the training, some get injured. Some can't continue the training anymore. Some may decide that no, this is not for us, this is not for me, and they will stop the training. Some goes through the training, and in some cases you even get the top 20 best soldiers. You get it? So that is the approach with these EAs. When you have them in numbers, you can test them, and the ones that are doing best among the ones you haven't tested them for a number of years, you back test them. Those are the ones you deploy on the field of battle. You deploy them for battle, so when they go into battle, at least you know they will win, because per their performance during the training, you can sense that yes, these ones performed better. No, I'm just throwing this in here and there, and I'm gonna actually do a test, a back test, and then I'll share with you the results. Then we can look at the performance of some of the EAs that are in my possession, that I use on a daily basis. So I want you to have in mind that using expert advisors, it's not like it's magic. So because they are expert advisors, if you attach them now, they will start making money for you. No, you have to be patient with them, and you must follow every rule. You get it? Because like soldiers deployed for battle, they go on the battlefield with a strategy, and this strategy they are going on the field with has been developed for many years, meaning that the strategies have been tested to stand the test of time. So when they are using those strategies on the field of battle, they are likely to be successful, right? Same applicable to the EAs. When you backtest them for a number of years, you are ascertaining their performance. You are making sure that these EAs that you are going to deploy, on your chart, on your live account, these are their performance over a long period of time, and so I can trust that I'm going to get this same performance. You get it? So EAs that are developed using the higher time frames, they stand a better chance to be profitable at the long run than EAs that are designed to run on the lower time frame. That is the long and short of what I'm trying to say. So you see, a soldier with 10 years experience is far a better choice to a soldier who has just been deployed from camp after being there for a year. You get my point? This is the kind of thing. So there are expert advisors that have been in existence, that have been tested and proven to be profitable. So these are some of the information you should have. And apart from that too, expert advisors in some cases are designed specifically for specific pairs. So it's not like one expert advisor can run for multiple, instruments. Some are able to do that, but there are some that are designed to trade specific pairs like Euro USD or GBP JPY or AUD USD, as the case may be. So I want you to have in mind, if you have an expert advisor that says that this expert advisor is best for GBP USD and these are the requirements, please follow all the outlined instructions to be able to. And in some instances, if you are not sure, you can always share with me. I can backtest this EA for you and come back with the result and share the result back to you so that you can attach it and not have any issues using that expert advisor. So this will be for this particular instance. So with respect to the back testing, right, one of the reasons why we do the back test is to actually have a set file. Now these set files are the settings of the expert advisor. They are the settings, the embedded settings. You have to set it in a manner that the output, right, is profitable and the drawdown is low and your equity is safe. So in getting the settings, when it is right, as in you testing it for a number of years, you back test it for a number of years and you find out these particular settings is okay, you have to save that settings. So the settings that are profitable, that has been saved, we say this is the set file for this particular instrument, and the set file will indicate the equity, the amount of money, the lot size, if it's going to use any martingale approach or not, or whatever it does, if it has a take profit, a stop loss, and all sort of things, even the parameters for entering the trade and all that are all in the set file. So the set file must be developed through the back tests so that it can be used by anyone. So it means that if I were to send you a set file right now and a particular EA, once you load the set file on that EA, you literally will not have to do anything. You just allow the program to run and you find yourself in profit from time to time, based on the set file that you loaded onto the expert advisor. So set file is key to success, right, in using expert advisors for trading the forex market. All right, so now I want us to look at another aspect of this particular approach of using the EAs for trading. Let's say that you have an expert advisor that requires $1,000, to use, and you don't have $1,000. Let's say you have like $100, and so since you have $100 and the requirement is $1,000, you will not be able to use that expert advisor. In most cases, anyone who had used an expert advisor that requires $1,000 or more, and your money, the equity you have attached the bot on is lesser than the recommended equity, you end up blowing the account. Some have attached EAs, expert advisors, to $40 account, $50 account, $100, $200 account, and all has been blown. Well, if you have a lesser amount of equity and you still want to use the expert advisor, there's a way to do that. What you can do is to open a cent account. Of course, there are brokers like SNES that will offer you a cent account. A cent account is simply, it's like I'm a Ghanaian, I'm in Ghana, so we have Ghana CD and the pesos, CDs and pesos. So we have the Great Britain pound and probably the pence, the dollar and the cent. So I'm talking about a cent account or a pence account, or if you would like, a peso account. So if you have $10, it is 1,000 cents. You see, robots get to trade in the volumes. So if you want to meet up with that volume, then trade it in this sense that if the requirement equity is $1,000 and you have 1,000 cents, you still can trade using that bot. The only difference will be in terms of the profits you are making, because at that point you see that if you have $1,000 and you trade and you make $50 a day for a cent account, that will simply mean 50 cents. So it goes to say that it doesn't matter the amount of money you have, you can tweak the bot using a cent account to be able to trade that small amount of money that you have, so that you still can make money gradually and grow that account in the long run. So in the future, if you are able to add more money to that account and it still continue to make profit and grow, you can now switch to a standard account when you now meet the requirement to trade with that expert advisor on a standard account. You get my point? So this is the approach. If you don't have that equity, you have to come down to a lower, method, which is using the cent approach, the cent account. This will give you room to be able to trade with the expert advisor without blowing your account, because the expert advisor requires a certain amount of money to run. Now, I want you to also bear in mind that, you see, when you test an expert advisor, the essence of the test is to ascertain the overall drawdown. When I say drawdown, I'm talking about the negative float. For example, if you are running an expert advisor and the expert advisor is buying but the market is selling, what's going to happen is that if you keep placing trade as the market is deepening and the expert advisor is buying, it gets to a point where you can be in drawdown. It means that your account will be floating. There will be some floating losses, and that floating losses, your account should be able to hold it. And also remember that the market doesn't go in one direction forever. At a point, it will retrace. So these expert advisors, they fall on the retracement to make the profit and close your trades for you, right? So your account should be able to hold when that is happening, So this is the reason why you need to look at the volume of money you have there. But if you have $1,000 and the requirement is 1,000, why not? You can use it. But if you also want to be very much safe, you can decide, even though you have the 1,000, you can decide to use that $1,000 for a cent account. And that way you have 100,000 cents. So if you have 100,000 cents, that gives you more room, that gives you more leverage to be able to sustain that account for growth. You get it? So all these things are things that I've learned over the years, and I have come on YouTube to share with people who may be interested in this. You can even contact me to help you set it up, and I'll be most glad to help you set it up, to run. And I know you will come back to say, oh, Michael, thank you very much for the information you shared with us on YouTube, because I'm one of those people who have struggled with this, for a very long time. And as I have come to a point where I'm profitable, I also decided to share with people, you know, like me, who are also struggling. I'm also an IT person, so these you know, things, use of computers, networks, and all those types of applications, programs, and all that is no issue for me at all. It's basically my domain. So I'm just using my years of experience in ICT, you know, to approach the forex market with the use of the expert advisors, you know, for profit, for gains. So that's basically what it is, you know. Thank you.